Hi, I'm Daniel, founder of Pretty Litter. Did you know cats tend to hide symptoms of sickness and pain? I learned this the hard way after losing my cat, Gingy. So I created Pretty Litter, a health monitoring litter that helps detect early signs of illness by changing colors, saving you money and potentially your cat's life. Pretty Litter is veterinarian developed, and it's the easiest way to keep tabs on your fur baby's health right at home.
Go to prettylitter.com and use code SPOTIFY for 20% off your first order and a free cat toy. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, pretty much I'm going to be reviewing the video game Supermarket Simulator. If you guys do not know of this game, it's a really good game. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. I've so far put almost 24 hours into this game, bro. Like, I have been playing this game, and it's fun. The crazy thing about it, it's like, it may look like it's a boring game, but really when you play it, to me, I find it more so now as a comfort game. Like, I play that game where it's like if I'm playing any old type of game and it makes me upset, yeah, bro, I got me, that's my comfort game. You know, originally racing games were my comfort game, but you know, with some racing games today, it's like I really don't know. Racing games, I feel like I should do a podcast episode talking about my stand right now with racing games, because at one point in time, I used to love racing games. I was like, anytime when anybody asked me, like, what was my favorite genre, I always would say racing games. But yeah, it's like now I just don't know what to think of when it comes to racing games and stuff. But anyways, but no, let's go ahead and talk on Supermarket Simulator. So, for those that did not know, I was a cashier for 4 years at a cafe in Seattle. So, I can't really call it a supermarket job, but pretty much what I'm doing in this game is what I did at this job. Stocking shelves, making sure things are stocked. Like, in this way and stuff, talking on Supermarket Simulator, you're in control. So like if you worked at a cashier job before, like pretty much you are in control. Like you gotta make the orders, you gotta stock the shelves. Like I guess if you didn't stock the shelves, you gotta work on the cash register if you never did work on the cash register. And no, it's funny because I know one of my friends was telling me like, oh, it's gonna get like real busy when you make like the supermarket all big and stuff and really start selling some things. And I'm thinking to myself like, fam, at one point in time, I'm like, I don't remember if I told you this, but at one point in time, there was days where I was serving well over 500 customers by myself. So it wasn't like, no, I was serving 500 customers by myself. So yeah, it's like, I think if there was any day where it was like well over 400 or it was well over 500, but there was never a day where I did not serve anything less unless it was like, a holiday week. Or, it was like when the pandemic and things was going down and yeah, only like 4 or 5 people had showed up and stuff. But other than that, like a busy, like I'll tell you guys like a busy day at this cafe. So as soon as you clock in, you're cleaning up stuff, you're putting stuff out, you're making sure everything is, ready and set to go. So then from 8 to 10 o'clock, you're serving like a bunch of different breakfast stuff and yeah, like stuff on the shelves, like whatever, whether it was soda drinks, protein bars, like just, like some like kind of like room temperature type food and things, like stuff that you could keep out. And then, then like the, breakfast stuff, and then the cooks and the chefs, they're prepping up their things. And so that's their separate things. So more so talking on the cashier job and stuff. So, standing at the cash register for 2 hours straight. Yeah, you might walk around, get you a little 10-minute break and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like nonstop, just standing around doing something. Then it might be a situation. I have to say my job was a little bit harder than the Supermarket Simulator. Then there might be that day where they are delivering some stuff, but then the delivery person messes up. So then you got to go all the way to another location with this cart, and the cart might be a little janky. So then it's like you're having to hold this cart up, push it also down the street, go to 3 different locations because yeah, the delivery person, they just delivered everything just to one location. So I'm having to go from my location to another location to a third location and then back to my location. And I'm like, fam, I am ready to go home at this point. This is still all within the breakfast hour, right? So anyways, you're doing that. You're dropping off all these things, unloading it, putting it off in its respectful areas and stuff, go back to the main location, and then yeah, right back to it, right back to standing at the cash register for maybe another hour, depending on like when and what time you or how long it overall would take to deliver all these different things. Then you got the turnover hour. 10 to 11, you're transferring all the breakfast stuff over to lunch stuff. So the cooks and the chefs, they all got their thing going on. You're just kind of helping out, then also transferring some things on the counter and stuff. So then lunch starts. I might be the first person to go on lunch. The other two cashiers, one of them might be one of the first ones to go on lunch. But regardless, somebody is standing up there waiting for that lunch hour, right? So then at some point in time, it gets mad busy. I'm saying you got then let's just say it's during the time frame where they, I guess, was on some like strike on hiring a third cashier, even though our location required 3 cashiers. 2 cashiers on the cash register, 1 cashier walking around making sure everything is good. Yeah, there was at one point in time where it was just me and my friend Jack, where me and him, we were the only 2 cashiers. Maybe the manager might came out and did some stuff, but if not, one of us had to walk around, do a lap, make sure everything was in top tip shape and all this other stuff. And then we were right back on the registers. Then it might be a situation where the line gets crazy. So then they got to hurry up, rush back, drop whatever they're doing. And it's like, fam, when I'm telling you guys, this was one of the most overwhelming jobs I had. Like, I think if they were to have me at any other given place, like if they were to have me, like if I were to ever take up another cashier job, and then it's like, what, serving like maybe 100 customers, 200 customers, I'm probably just gonna be sitting there like, so what do I do now? Like, I got all this energy, I got all this, like, you know, like when working at an overwhelming job like that, yeah, bro, it's something where when they be talking about Supermarket Simulator being if anybody ever says that game is hard, I'm like, no, you're just making it hard, or you've never worked at a cashier job before. But I'm like, there's no way possible. If anybody is going to ask me that question, Supermarket Simulator is not a hard game. Trust me on that. They actually make it easy for you. I'm gonna talk on that, but I ain't finished with this day at the job, all right, my old job. So then from 11 to 2 o'clock, a bunch of different lunch stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna probably be, it's during that time frame where it was just me and my friend Jack. So me and him, we're just serving up a gang of customers and stuff. Then from 2 to maybe 3:30, there's, I think, the one time, the latest that we left. No, I think this was when he was gone recording an album. And then make sure you guys, by the way, go check out Monitor. It's a band. They're local. This is the band that my friend Jack is a part of. Go check them out. Just doing a little plug-in and thing. Show love to the band. But anyways, no, yeah, I think there was at a point in time, I remember when he was out recording their I think it was their last album. It was the last, because Jack, he came out with his own separate album, so I almost kind of got that confused and stuff. But yeah, Monitor, so they were working on their album. Jack had to go away for some time. And then, then there was I'll never forget that there was a day where I didn't leave that cafe until 4 o'clock. Now, usually you would leave maybe like 3, maybe, like if there's 3 cashiers, you're leaving like maybe 2:50. I think the earliest I ever left was like maybe 2:40, 2:50 or something like that. And then the latest, yes, 4 o'clock, because they had me out there doing everything by myself. 3-person job by myself. So then so then if there's 2 registers, like an average day, or 2 cashiers, then you're most likely leaving like maybe 3:20, 3:30 or something like that. So that was, I'm telling you, even talking about it now, it's exhausting. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, I think it was that day when I left at 4 o'clock. I remember I was so tired. I was like, immediately when I had sat down on the bus, I was out. I was like, you would have thought Mike Tyson, no, not even like older Mike Tyson, no, like prime Mike Tyson that is just doing his very first boxing, no, not even boxing match, his very first knockout. Like, this man had a point to prove. Maybe not even, maybe like after when beginning Mike Tyson. You would have thought that this man ran onto that bus and knocked me clean out the way that I passed out on that bus. That's how exhausting that job was, bro. Like, you were instantly falling asleep, bro. You would have thought that it was nap time in preschool the way that I fell asleep. So, but anyways, but yeah, Supermarket Simulator, when I tell you guys that it's in the opposite direction, so let me just tell you guys, like overall a day in Supermarket Simulator. The day doesn't start until you flip the sign from closed to open. So the dope thing about that game that I actually like is that they don't have like no time frame, like, and they might end up changing it at some point in time. I could see them all like, oh, we're adding like a challenging level where it's like you have to have this, or it's like you're, you know, like lose out on even more money. But if not, and they just leave it how it is, Supermarket Simulator is probably the easiest Supermarket Simulator game that you'll ever play. So the day doesn't start until you have everything like set and ready, so you can check prices, you can stock up shelves. They have so they got like room temperature type items, like they'll have like that type of food. Then they have like some cleaning supplies. Then they also have it where you can have like a refrigerator and a freezer. So like, yeah, refrigerator and freezer food and stuff. And I don't know exactly how big you can make the supermarket, but like based off of how they had like the trailers looking, it looked like, yeah, you can have a decent sized supermarket and stuff. Like it could be like maybe like the size of a super Walmart, if anything. Sorry, they should have it though where it's like, I mean, they should have it where you can like sell a bunch of different like type of items and stuff in there. I think that would be sick. Like there was a store game that I did see where they it looked like that you can like make like a sneaker store thing. Let me, because I think I did. I can't remember if I have that game saved anymore. But no, it was like a game where it looked like you can have like different like just store items. I was like the one that I saw where they was like you could have shoes and stuff in there. So I was like, nah, bro, I gotta create a sneaker store. But I think I might have, because I did have the first game saved on my wish list on Steam, but I think I got rid of it because it was, yeah, I think I messed around and got rid of it because it didn't look like that the game was coming out anytime soon and stuff. So I don't, Game Store Simulator, no, I don't think this is it. I think this is a different game and stuff, but it looks just like a Supermarket Simulator in a way. Oh, it looks like you can drive cars and stuff in there. Where's the one that I was looking? Hold on for a second. Maybe if I look through simulator economy, maybe it's in the economy section. The fact that Steam got an economy section on here is crazy. But anyways, no, there was a game though. I can't even think of the name of that game. That is crazy. But anyways, moving on and stuff. But no, yes, they have it where it's like you can check prices, stock up the shelves, stock up just about everything that you need to stock. You can also hire cashiers. I think you can also hire people to like stock up the shelves and stuff. And then they also have like a little storage room where you can keep all that stuff, so you ain't having like the boxes all cluttered throughout the store and things. But they do have it where the customers, they do walk right through the boxes and stuff. So I don't even think that it matters. Like they're not all like, oh, I can't get, because remember like in The Sims when your character, you'll like have them like in a small corner, and if you put like a chair there or something, they start waving their arms, making it seem like that they're stuck and they can't move the chair. And I'm like, fam, what you got going on? Like I remember that from The Sims. I'm all like, what kind of foolery is this, bro? But anyways, but no, other than that though, it's like, yeah, the game, it's simple. You know, it's one of those games where it's like, if you've been a cashier before, and let's say you've been a cashier at like a busy place, yeah, Supermarket Simulator, it's funny how like addicting that game is. Like that's a game where I then played it, I had to say, more times than I played a lot of other games this year, where I feel like I'm more invested into that game. Like Helldivers, I would say that was another game that I was invested into. I mean, comparing the two, I mean, it's two different types of games and stuff. I guess, like, if I'm into a shooter game or something, then yeah, Helldivers, that was occupying my time at one point. But, no, Supermarket Simulator, that's a game where I'm like, I've actually stopped, well, I can't say that I stopped playing Helldivers, but I have to say that in the recent times, I put more hours into Supermarket Simulator than I have any other game. So, yeah, man, Supermarket Simulator Simulator. It's one of those games where it's like coming from a former cashier, I can say that the game, it captures some moments of the game, but I can't really say anything negative about it though. Like that's something where I'm like, I had to say probably the only thing, like, customers would get stuck in a corner or something, but I don't even think, I'm trying to think, I haven't really seen them do that recently, so they might have came out with a patch update to fix that and things, but I'm like, when was the last time they came out with a patch update? Oh, they came out, yeah, that was like in April. I think that was the last time, yeah, April 1st. That was the last time they came out with a patch update and stuff, but other than that, they haven't really said anything else about any other patch updates. There was somebody that left a bad review for this game. Now, let's read it real quick. So, because I know there might be somebody out there where it's all like, what would I have to say about the bad reviews? I'm like, I honestly just think that that's somebody that doesn't really understand the game. I mean, like, if they didn't like it, they have that God-given right to not like the game. But me, personally, I like the game. But now, let's read this review. So, there's like, I really love this game, so it's like, I don't get it. So if you love the game, why give it a bad review and stuff? But anyways, so they go on to say, but at its current state, I'll not play until there are improvements. It pains me to see that improving the restocking is nowhere to be seen in the game's roadmap. That has to be one of the most frustrating parts of the game, in my opinion. So to explain the stocking the shelves. So if you're thinking like, oh, well, do customers come in? And then it's like, no, that's the thing. When you're closed, so this is what happens. So as soon as you start up the game, like you end up, so if you like end the game like on the like right when you close up or something, so pretty much what it'll do is like save right when you had closed up. So you press enter, it starts up a new day. The game stays at 8 a.m. and it doesn't do nothing until you closed or until you open, and then that's when customers start rushing in, and then that's when the time goes and stuff. But other than that, like, you can spend as much time as you want stocking the shelves. So that's something where I'm like, I have to say, the only thing that I have an issue with when it comes to stocking the shelves is they don't let you use up all the space on the shelf. So like, let's say for an example, if you put out like a whole box of salt, but you still had like 2 salt cans up there, they won't let you, and there's like all this space. So I have to say that's probably the only thing. But other than that, I'm not tripping about it though. It's like, I'll crack jokes about it. I do wish that they would fix that, but I'm like, let's just see what he's gonna say and stuff. But then he goes on to say, at first you don't have many items to take care of and restock, but as your store grows and you start acquiring license, you basically need to have every single item in stock, otherwise customers won't find them and complain. Trust me, I do not care if the customers complain. I'm like, fam, it's not like, oh, they gonna leave a bad they don't even leave reviews, they don't do nothing. So pretty much what the customers will do, so like, let's say for an example, if you buy, because that's what they'll have you do, so like they have it where you gotta buy license for food, a bunch of other different store items. They have it where you pay bills. I actually forgot about all the computer stuff. So yeah, they have a website that you go to buy all the different items for the store. Then they have like this area where you can buy license for other foods and items that you can sell in your store. And then they have it where you can get a bank loan, pay bills, yeah, and grow your store, grow the storage, bunch of other different stuff. So yeah, it's something where I'm like, but when the customer, so like, let's say for an example, if you buy a license to sell chicken in your store and then there's no chicken on the shelves, yeah, so pretty much what they'll do is just walk in, they don't see no chicken, then they just walk out. It's not like that they're giving you a mouthful or something when like you don't have nothing in there. It just has some words above their head saying, oh, can't find no chicken, and then they just walk out. The crazy thing about it, they literally bust a U-turn, come back, go right back into the store and get like some Windex or some coffee grounds or something. So that's why I'm like, fam, what is you talking about? So anyways, then he goes on to say, when you acquire enough license, the amount of buying and restocking that has to be done in the game's a burden. That's the whole point. You grow your grocery store. I feel like people are probably looking at this and laughing. Yeah, there's like some people that found this funny and stuff. But anyways, then he goes on and says, buy 10 boxes of whatever item, store all the items at one time. Buy 10 boxes. Bro, is he having a Jack Nicholson moment? What is he? he's really like having a Jack Nicholson moment from The Shining, where there was like, all play and no something makes Jack a dual boy. Like, what is you talk? He literally says the same thing over and over again. Buy 10 boxes of whatever items, store all of the items at one time. Buy 10 boxes of whatever items, store all the items at one time. Why is he saying? I'm like, bro, this man, yeah, he's at the Overlook Hotel flipping out right now. Danny done ran off. The wife done think he done beat Danny and stuff. I'm like, bro, what is you talking about? So then he goes on to say, it usually takes me 10 to 20 minutes every day just restocking, and I don't even have many license, 2 or 3. I refrain from doing anything else in the game like upgrading the store and acquiring more license, just because I think of the toll that managing that stock will have on me. It stops being fun after a while. Fam, I have no complaints of stocking the shelves. That's like getting on Grand Theft Auto for having violence, or that's like getting on a racing game for having too many cars. Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, how is it that you're gonna get mad at the one thing that you have to do? Does he not know how a supermarket works? That's something where it's like, fam, my thing is this, all right? Let's say you just started off a store, right? You just started off a store, but you only sell one item in that store. Do you think your store is gonna last? On some realistic stuff, do you think your store is gonna last if you only sell one item? People are not going to shop at that store. They're going to shop. That's why you got stores like Super Walmart, Target, all these other different marketplaces where it's like, yeah, they do well because they sell a lot of different stuff. It don't matter how many things that they order in. So I think they do have it where you can hire people to be on the cash registers and stock the shelves, like I said. But other than that, it's like, bro, what is you, this is crazy. Then he go on to say, I really wish I could focus on expanding my product selection and expanding and organizing my store to my liking, but I spend most of my time restocking. Dev, please make this a priority in your roadmap if other players feel the same way. Customizations making the store bigger is useless if you have to spend a real-time hour every day just restocking. It's not even like, so here's the thing, because I know people will be thinking like, is it really that difficult? So pretty much, so when you order, so like let's say you order some coffee grounds, cereal, and some sugar or something, right? So you you order the stuff online, it drops off. It ain't like it takes a long period of time. Like literally when you buy the stuff, it's instantly outside. So you go out, pick up the box of cereal, walk up to a shelf, open the box up, hold down the button at the and like you have to like aim at the shelf, and then you then it just automatically stocks. Like you're just throwing the cereal out there and stuff. But it's not like you gotta take like each individual cereal box and put it on the shelf. So it's like, fam, stocking, they even make that easy for you and stuff. So I'm like, bro, this guy, he like that's just weird, man. But he really loves this game. But so anyways, then he goes on to say, there's a few ways I could see improvements in that area. The restocking should be able to pick up the boxes that have been bought and place them in the rack by themselves. That's what you're doing. This is so confusing, man. All right, so this could be optional or an upgrade to the restockers so that players can manage to stock themselves if they desire. There can be an auto buy feature so that you can schedule items for the next month. I think I did say something like that. I wish that they have like a tablet. Like I remember in Car Mechanic Simulator, they did have like a tablet in there where you can buy stuff. So I think that will probably be it, maybe if they added something like that. But so then he goes on to say there could be an auto buy feature. So the limit of buying 10 boxes at a time makes no sense, useless. That is for performance reasons. Yeah, I guess like that'd probably be the one thing that I have to agree. I wish that you could just buy just every item and stuff rather than only, because I have to say that is a downfall to buying items in the game. So you're only allowed to buy like 10 items at a time. So you buy, but I know what I'll do is like I'll buy 10 items, make sure I like memorize that one. So if I buy, like if the last item I bought was eggs, then I'm like, okay, eggs, that was the last one. Then I just go whatever the next product is over to next to the eggs. Then I just start from there and stuff. So I mean, if they do decide to fix that, then I guess they do. But if not, I'm not tripping about it. But anyways, picking up a single box at a time, going to the street, then the storage multiple times is cumbersome. Fam, like they have it where it's like because this is what I'll do. Without, because if I order like a bunch of different things, I'll pick the box up. I think it's the R button. You can literally yeet the box inside the store or the storage. So that's why I'm like, this guy, that's just something where I'm like, fam, there's other issues. I feel like I'm trying to think. I can't really think of too many issues. I'm like, I just wish that maybe, they just upgraded the shelves where you could put more things on there rather than like be able to take up all the space rather than just some space. But yeah, this is just, man. Anyways, then he goes on to say there gonna be a feature to buy the exact amount of boxes the racks are missing of a specific item. There are just some of the things I can think of right now, but that would be greatly improve the experience of the game and allow players to focus more on other aspects of the game. There's only two things that you do into this game when like working and stuff, working wise. There's only two things that you do. You stock the shelves and then you be a cashier. You obviously gotta like buy the items. Like, there's the like side stuff where it's like, buy items, stock the shelves, be a cashier. You can expand. You could do whatever you want to do. The game is the easiest game ever. Easiest game ever. I should do that where I just post a video showing you guys this is what you do in this game. There's nothing more to it. There is absolutely nothing more to it. Pay your bills and all the like secondary side stuff and things. But they have like the main things that you do, then the side stuff. I'm telling you, this man, I'm like, I have played some challenging games before in my life. Supermarket Simulator, that's like I said, it is a comfort game. It is a game where if I need to relax my mind, I play Supermarket Simulator. It is not that hard, alright? So, anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.